Hello everyone, and welcome to your video tutorial on the right hand rule. And so we have a couple right hand rules. The first that I'm going to discuss deals with magnetic force on a traveling charge. Now, it's crucial that I say traveling charge because a charge that is stationary in a magnetic field will feel no force. So let's give this thing a velocity that is directed to the right. That is our velocity v. And let's say all around this point charge, I've got a force that is directed out of the page. Sometimes it's denoted circle dot, sometimes it's just dot. But just make sure you have your cutie shot and then you will be fine. Okay. So all around, magnetic field coming out of the page like this. Okay, so the right-hand rule to get the force on that charge, you run your fingers along the velocity, like so. Then you curl your fingers in the direction of the magnetic field. Well, how my fingers can curl right now is only in. If I turn my fingers like this, they can only curl up. I have to turn my hands sideways like this. Fingers are still pointing along the velocity. They can now curl out of the page, and I have a force that is directed down. That would be my magnetic force at that instant. Now, that force, by definition, is perpendicular to that velocity because magnetic force is a cross product of velocity and magnetic field. The magnetic force on a charge is QVB sine theta. Now in this case, the angle between magnetic field and velocity is 90 degrees. So sine of 90 is just 1. So because of that, the magnetic field can't do any work on this charge. It can change its direction, yes, but not its actual magnitude of velocity. So this thing would rotate around in a circle like so. Everywhere your velocity is tangent and your force, your magnetic force, is directed back in towards that center. It's the centripetal force. Now, if I make that a negative charge, you can still use the right-hand rule, but whatever you get, make the force the opposite. I always do positive for right hand, and then I do the same thing, but for the left hand if it's a negative charge. So if I made this negative, I take my left hand, fingers along velocity, curl in the direction of the field, and my force would be up. So that is the right-hand rule for a charge.